The Bremen Town Musicians.
In a time, there was a donkey. It worked hard for its master for a long time, but grew old and weak. The master decided he would stop feeding the donkey hay. The donkey knew its position was in danger and quietly slipped out of the house. Now I'll go to Bremen. Maybe I can join the town musicians there. After a while, a hound was lying on the road, panting, exhausted. "Hey, why are you panting so hard?" "Well, the truth is I've gotten quite old and I can't run like I used to when I go hunting. That's why my master intends to kill me. I managed to escape, but how am I going to live now? How about this? I intend to go to Bremen and become a musician. I'll play the guitar and you can play the drums. Let's go together." "That's great! I'd love to." And so the two animals started walking together. After walking a little further, a cat was sitting by the roadside looking sad. "Oh, what's troubling you so much?" "It's a matter of life and death. I've gotten old and I prefer being behind the stove rather than chasing mice. So my mistress decided she wants to throw me into the river." "That's terrible. Why don't you come with us to Bremen? You're good at night music, so they'll surely hire you for the band." "That's a brilliant idea. Thank you." The cat also became a companion, and the three animals set off together. As the three animals passed a certain mansion, a rooster was perched on the gate, shouting with all its might. "You're crowing with a voice that echoes deep inside. What happened?" "Oh, something terrible has happened. My mistress ordered that because many guests are coming tomorrow, I should be made into soup and eaten. They're going to cut off my head tonight." "Oh dear. If you're going to die anyway, why not come with us? We're heading to Bremen. You have a great voice. Let's make music together." "That's wonderful. Please let me join you." In this way, the four animals, the donkey, the dog, the cat, and the rooster started walking towards Bremen. Bremen was far away, so when night fell, they entered the forest to rest. The rooster, who was on top of a tree, noticed a flickering light in the distance. "Everyone, look! There's a light in the distance. It must be a house." "That's wonderful! The sleeping arrangements here aren't comfortable. Let's go! Maybe we can find food there too." The four animals headed toward the light. Soon, they arrived at a house brightly lit with a lamp. The tallest animal, the donkey, went to the window and looked inside. "What do you see, donkey?" "There's a table full of feast, and robbers are sitting around it enjoying themselves." "We'd love to have that." "Yes, we must find a way to get in there." The animals came up with a special plan to drive out the robbers. The dog stood on the donkey, the cat on the dog, and the rooster on the cat. The preparations were complete. At the signal, they simultaneously started their music with loud noises. Hee-haw! Woof, woof! Meow! Cock-a-doodle-doo! The four animals burst through the window and plunged into the room. The window glass rattled and crashed. The robbers were terrified, yelling, "Ghosts!" They trembled and fled into the forest as fast as they could. The animals sat at the table and ate their fill of the leftover feast. Afterward, they put out the lights and the donkey slept on the straw. The dog behind the door the cat by the ashes of the hearth, and the rooster soundly slept on a crossbeam of the roof. After midnight, the chief of the robbers sent one of his men to scout the situation. The henchman tried to light a fire in the kitchen. He mistook the cat's eyes glowing in the dark for live coals and pressed a match against them. Shh! The cat angrily leaped onto the robber's face and scratched him. Ah! A witch! The henchman who tried to escape had his leg bitten by the dog behind the door. Woof! As he darted into the yard, he was heavily kicked by the donkey's hind legs. Hee-haw! On the roof, the rooster shouted loudly, "Cock-a-doodle-doo! Bring the villain here!" The robber was completely hysterical. He scrambled back to his chief as fast as he could. "Chief, there's a terrifying witch in that house. She scratched my face with her long fingers. In front of the door, there's a man with a knife, and in the garden, there's a black monster with a club. On top of that, there's a judge on the roof shouting, 'Bring the villain here!'" What is this? The robbers never dared to approach the house again. Meanwhile, the four musicians of Bremen had grown quite fond of the house and had no intention of leaving. The four animals lived peacefully in this house forevermore. The end.